श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Yesterday we had seen in the 8th section of the Chaupais, Jaun Balak Kah Totari Bata. We will chant from there and continue. जाऊं बालक कहतो तरी बाता, सुनहि मुदित मन पितु अरु माता। हसी हहि कूर कुटिल कुबिचारी, जे पर दूषण भूषण धारी। निज कबित्त केहि लागन नीका, सरस होऊं अथवा अति फीका। जे पर भनिति सुनत हर्षाहि, ते पर पुरुष बहुत जगनाही। जग बहु नर सर सरि समभाई, जे निज बाढ़ी बढ़ही जल पाई, सज्जन सकृत सिंधु सम कोई, देखी पूर बेधु बाढ़ई जोई, भाग चोट अभिलाषु बड़, करऊ एक विश्वास, पैहि सुख सुनि सुजन सब, खल करि हहि उपहास, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। जो बालक कहतो तरि बाथा. We were talking about the two sets of people who always think positive and the other who always think negative, finding faults, picking on people, etc. He says, when a child, we gave the example of that shloka, Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha, and the child very sincerely, very religiously, with all devotion, it's Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nilvignam Kul. The parents, Pitu Aru Mata Sunahi Mudita Mana. When the parents listen to that, the parents are very, very delighted. They feel so much love pouring in them towards the child. Why? The child is chanting a shloka. Now see here, the child is attempting to chant the shloka, which many other children would not. Isn't it? Over a period of time, the child will chant properly. The child which does not attempt at all may not even chant. Isn't it? So the father and mother is very delighted. Oh, my child is attempting something. So the father and mother encourages, the grandparents, they encourage the child. Yay, very good. Come on, once more you chant, once more you chant, once more you chant. And then they even can correct the child. And the child, after all, has no ego. It will correct itself. But the other people, Hasi hahi kura kutila kubichari. Kubichari. Now look at the three very strong words Acharya uses here. Hasi hahi, those people who laugh at the child. Here example is child. You can relate it to everything, whatever you want. Those people who laugh are who? Kura, cruel people. Kutila, crooked people. And kubichari, people who are don't have good thinking. Such people will laugh. Can you think about it? A child, the child is attempting to learn, and the fellow says, what is vaklatunda? They don't learn properly. The parents are not taught properly. Think. Even to a child, they don't want to spare. They want to point out mistakes and they want to gain lot of attention by showing other people's fault. See, there are two types of people. One, who become good by their own good deeds. The other one, who tries to show that they are good by finding fault with others. And everybody who find fault with others must realize they have probably more faults than the other person. And they are called cruel people, crooked people. Je paradushana bhushanadhari. They take other people's faults as their bhushana and show off to others. Why? I am better. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Baby, child, think. Tulsidas he says, Nija kabit kehi lagan nika. Very beautifully he says. निज कपित्त कपित्त केहि लागननी का सरस हो अथवा अतिपीखा. See, this is a very common feature which we find in our life. Anybody who does something will always want to praise their action. In any field. Think. In any small petty things also, anything they do, they will want to praise their action and make other people realize that they have done such a good action. At least whether they do it for the sake of the action, they at least will do for others' praise, appreciation, recognition. And Tulsidasi asked, who will not like their own poetry? Today, many people write poetries. Tom, Dick and Harry write poetries. And in that poetry, if you put the poetry together, it is prose only. Frankly speaking, if you put the poetry together, it is just prose, broken erratically. But poetry has got certain qualifications. See in this itself. In Tulsi Ramayana itself, every last letter of 2 lines will have the same syllable. Hasi hahi kura kutila kubichari je paradushana bhushana dhari nija kabitta kehi laganani ka सरस हो अथवा अति फीका. If you just see such beautiful poetry. Poetry has got certain rules also. But today, anybody writing anything becomes poetry. We will respect their intentions, their good intentions. We will definitely appreciate them for their attempts. But what is poetry? Think. And Tulsidasi says, anybody will praise their own poetry. Naturally, whatever I have done, I will praise. The other will quietly listen to it and look at you and only give a very interesting smile. Ayyo Rama karke. Think. And Nija kabitta kehi lagananika. Everybody will praise their own. Sarasa homo athava tipika. If it is others, they will only belittle. They will only criticize. They will only condemn. Why? It is not mine. And they will always say mine is the best. Think. Ahankara vimudhatma karta ahamiti manyate, says Bhagavad Gita. Sajjana sakrita sindhu samakoi dekhi pura bedhu badhai joi. Sajjana. Sajjana here means what? Those people who care. You know, it is a very beautiful quality. We will come to that. Sajjana sakrita sindhu samakoi. The good people are who, however you write, they will try to point the good aspects in that and then praise you and say, these are very beautiful. Very good, excellent, I appreciate you. See, you have done so much, I cannot do that. Like that, they will give lot of comments in praise of the other person to inspire, to encourage. Dekhi pura, how does it? Just as by the very sight of the moon, the example he gives, by the very sight of the moon, Sindhu, the ocean, jumps, dances, the tides go higher and higher. And the sea is so beautiful to look at. Now see, the idea that is being given here is, how is the quality and texture of our thoughts? When the samskaras are given in the child learns to be good, learns to appreciate One's own work as well as others' work. In fact, more others' work. Very important point I would like to communicate here, friends. In this particular section of Chaupais, two very important characters are being spoken. The first character is a positive minded character who cares for the good of others, who cares for the development of others, who cares for the growth of others, inner and external growth. This caring is a very beautiful value, and more so, it is born out of pure love. Pure inner love, expecting nothing, demanding nothing, asking for nothing, anticipating nothing. And you have the opposite. What is that? There is no care for others, but only wants to talk good of oneself. Wants to boast oneself all the time. I know of many people who they are given one particular responsibility in a program, for example. And they are given, let us say, they are given the responsibility to organize one section of the event. And then they go, they do the job very well. In fact, they organize with another service provider. When they organize with a service provider, no doubt, selecting the right service provider is very important. But actual work is done by whom? The service provider. And service provider, along with this team of workers and supervisors, gets the work done according to my instruction. The work is done by them, but who takes the credit of the work? Think. I did it. Money is paid by somebody, work is done by somebody. The middlemen come into picture and say, because of me, Swamiji, it happened. Without me, nothing would have happened. Think. These are called Kutila Buddhi. What is Kutila Buddhi? Who take benefit or appreciation for somebody else's work. Think. These are the other type. And not only that. In case somebody else is given that responsibility, then they will find 123 faults. They will find so many faults and make sure that other people think that person is a useless person. If only it had been given to me, I would have done it very well. These are all the varieties of people we have. Acharya here says, be like the gracious people, Sajjana, who appreciate, who understand certain limitations with others, and then still appreciate and say, hey, you have done a good job. Congratulations. You deserve an appreciation. Clap, all of you, please clap for him, he has done an excellent job. There will be certain deficiencies. So what? Who is perfect? Who is perfect, tell me? Nobody in this world is perfect, only Bhagavan is perfect. Every creation in this world cannot be perfect. And in some people, the goodness is more. Some people, Kutila Buddhi is more. Even the good people have got certain wrong thoughts. Even in the bad people, they also have some good thoughts. But here, they appreciate the negativity. Here, they appreciate the positivity. Therefore, what is it that we have to learn from these? Is learn the good things. Learn to appreciate others. In fact, very interesting point. Let us suppose I appreciate X and criticize Y. By me appreciating X, I don't gain anything, please. By criticizing Y, I don't gain anything, please. Neither I gain anything nor I lose anything. Think. I might probably gain if I criticize as a bad man. But otherwise, I don't gain anything. Isn't it? Why not appreciate, gain good name also, if at all you are interested in that. At the same time, encourage others, inspire others. Think. Therefore, be a positive person. Be a person who appreciates. Be a person who cares for others. Activate the inner pure emotion called love on everybody and try to deactivate that sentiments in us. Think. Acharya says, Bhagachot abhilashu bad karavu ek biswas. Bhaga chota. Look at that humility. Time and again, all through Ramayana, you will find humility is one of the most important value. Bhaga chota. My part is very, very small. Tulsi says, please note. Bhaga chota. Abhilashu bada. My aspirations are very high. Though my part is small, my capacity is very small, my ability may be very, very mediocre, but my abhilasha, my aspirations are very high. Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji used to always say, always keep the goal very high. How high should be the goal? The goal should be that high that you cannot reach it. You and I will start wondering, if I cannot reach it, then why have such a goal? Our small thinking will be like that. But look at the vision. The higher the goal, greater will be our inspiration. In the process of trying to go higher, I elevate myself. Think. I will no more remain where I am. I will elevate myself. This is the glory of keeping the goal high. By trying to reach the goal, I lift myself. That also applies to our inner qualities. By trying to become as perfect as possible, as good as possible, as noble as possible, as humble as possible, my mind is reeling round only of those positive qualities, thereby mind has no time for negative qualities. Such a mind which has less of negative qualities can definitely aspire high. Tulsidas says, Abhilashu bada, my aspirations are high, my abilities are low, no doubt. Therefore, Karamu eka biswasa, I have one confidence in me. What is that confidence in me? With all of your blessings, Paihai sukha suni sujana sabha. Sujana again, with all the support, blessings, encouragement, inspiration by all the sajjana, sujana, I will be able to reach. Karamu eka biswasa, this confidence I have in me. The confidence is very, very, very important. Without confidence, we cannot achieve anything. So, by Tulsidas is saying this, he has given us a very beautiful lesson to learn. What is the lesson? First and foremost, be confident that you can achieve. Bhagavan is so kind enough to give us that ability, gaining which I can improvise on myself and reach the highest in the world. Everything is possible by everybody, but nobody attempts. Very few attempt. Kaschit yatati siddhaye, says Bhagavad Gita. Kaschit, very few. Yatatam api siddhanam, even those people who have attempted and who have gained. Yatatam api siddhanam, kaschin mam veti tattvataha. To gain the knowledge of me in the truest way is very, 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 very difficult. But does it mean, oh, then what is the point in doing? Let us forget it. This is easy. Very easy is to give up. But to hold on and go forward, march forward. Therefore, work. And then you always have, wherever you go, khala kari hahi upahasa. Khala meaning what? Wicked people. People who are thoughtless. Khala kari hahi upahasa. They will go on humiliating others. They will go on finding fault with others. They will go on pointing others. Why? Their mind is contaminated. Please note, world is not ignorant. World also can see you. Now let us say, if you go on finding fault, world will look at you. He is a fault finder. We will ignore him. You know, it is such an insult. Others ignoring is such an insult, and these Kutila Buddhi people, they don't even realize that. Hasi hahi. Khala kari hahi upahasa. They only will point and laugh at things like that. But people in general will not respect who find fault. They will not respect who laugh at others. They will ignore. They will not take them seriously. But those who appreciate everyone, those who inspire everyone, people will look at them. What a wonderful person. How beautifully he encourages. We also should do it. This is how world will look at us also. In case you are looking at what world says, then again world will appreciate the one who appreciates others. With that, we will conclude for the day and we will continue with the next set of Chaupais tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om